I think a lot of people overestimate how much skill dive takes in this game. For example, Jim, he's not that hard to play. He's pretty easy. He does have a decent skill ceiling. But mechanically, you know, you can understand it. It's not that hard. Cap, he's not that mechanically hard. Hulk is probably up there, one of the harder characters to use. But even mechanically, Hulk's not hard. You punch, flap, jump, use your stun when you need to. Most of his mechanical skill comes from being able to juggle people in the goal. But mechanically, he's not that hard. Daredevil has a lot of buttons, but he's honestly not that hard. I find him being easier to use than even Black Panther or Psylocke. Speaking of Black Panther, he's mechanically not that hard to use. Magic, I'd say, takes a bit more skill than people might give her credit for, but Magic can be fairly simple. But I say she's one of the harder dives, in my opinion. Spider-Man, easily the hardest character in the game. He's honestly in a tier of his own when it comes to mechanics. Because going to Psylocke, you know, she's also dive. She has 5 stars. She's also hard, but not as hard as Spider-Man. But she definitely is still a difficult dive. Iron Fist, I mean, he's more of like a brawler. I don't really call him dive anymore. He's better for just like dueling tanks. And sometimes getting in the backline, so I guess you can still count him as dive. But you know, he's not that hard mechanically. There's even people talking about he's the Wanda of Melee. So, but when it comes to characters like Elsa Bloodstone, I say Elsa Bloodstone is harder than most dive characters. You know, using having to aim with her and you know keep track and whatnot. You know, I'd say that can be her combos and using her can be a bit harder than using someone like Black Panther, you know, or Daredevil. As aim, honestly, is the real skill ceiling, and if somebody had the difference between good aim and mid aim is a world of difference. That's why you don't see a lot of people play Psylocke. And you know, I gotta give praise to Psylocke players because you guys are insane. Sometimes I rage bait the enemy team to try to exploit people's egos. I don't think I've ever successfully rage baited a Psylocke. I've rage baited them, but I don't think I've ever successfully rage baited a Psylocke and caused them to fumble. Every time I rage baited a Psylocke, it's like they just go fucking Super Saiyan. And they're getting fueled by the rage bait. It's just like I just know there's fast is kicking all over like ooh. But yeah, Psylocke players are few. Yeah, a lot of people don't play Psylocke because she takes skill, bro. So basically, I'm really just saying like characters that got the aim and stuff. Well, these characters, I say, require more skill than a lot of the melee characters. A lot of people say Black Panther is harder to use than his skill. Like I said, Elsa Bloodstone, say she's pretty difficult. She has a lot of skill. She's not necessarily difficult, but her skill ceiling is really high, and I think being good with her is harder than being good on even Black Panther or something, Daredevil. But you can feel free to disagree, that's fine. You can share why, comments below. You don't have to be a-hole about it, we can have civil discussions. But besides that, that's basically it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.